Alright, so the job I'm doing today is I'm going to repair this handle. So you can see where it's cracking there. If I try to see how bad that is there. Now this is two different types of materials that join at that point there, so this would be a very common place for these handles to break all the time. And I'm going to do my repair on all the handles, so that way even the good ones have the extra strength. So I'll get this handle out, I'll record a little bit of footage in between, and we'll fix it. So we got one cover to remove there, and one cover to remove there. Okay, once you get them screws removed, you should probably remove this button here for the power windows. If you've got power windows, it might be a door winder. If it's an old style and you've got door winders, you need to remove that. So that's, I've already got the handle missing, the power button missing there because I'm doing a different job, but that's just so I can function from the driver's side. That's just, might as well just give you a quick view on that. So once you've got those two screws out, pop it from the bottom first, so it comes out there, and you can lift it up, and you've got two clips here. I've got another footage on, I've already got another clip on how to do this, removing the panel, but I figured might as well just include a little bit with this. Okay, so that's off there. So 1, 2, 3 screws for the door handle. Got 2 clips that you need to undo from the other side when the handle's still in, and then you can take the handle out fairly easy. Nothing too difficult about it. Okay, so now I've got everything on here. I'm going to show you my repair idea in a sec. This handle here is off actually a Magna, and I'm going to show you the resemblance between the two as well. And this here is the handle from a driver's side, which is perfectly fine, so I'm going to repair that one. And this is the broken one from the passenger side. This is the one that will go on my van for the driver's side. The one that's on my driver's side is perfectly fine as well, and I'll probably do a repair on it when it comes off as well, simply because this is just going to make the handles last so much more longer and never have to have that fear of what if I'm going to break the handle today. Since I've got the van, I've always been careful with the handles. So anyway, this is off a back sliding door handle. It's old. Old bloke at the school threw it on the ground when his broke, and I thought I'll have that, and for purposes of I needed to know one day what I was going to be involved in, and I'm glad I did. So when I cut it, it's actually solid plastic, it's not aluminum or aluminium, it is solid plastic. So I know that I can put self-tappet screws into that. Now, member on the Facebook page said to use these guys here. Now I could, but I need to find, and I probably will with the other handles. I'm only doing the passenger side here today because that's the side that needs doing urgently. These here. The handle thickness is only 10 mil, or almost 10 mil. So to put one of those soft tappet, I don't know what they're called, honestly don't. Anyway, to use these guys here, that idea, it'd have to be flush with the plastic. It can't stick out a little bit like these do, but these don't matter because that's on the inside of the door, you don't see it. But for this to button up flush against here, I would need ones that can countersink into there, so they'd have to be 5 mil, max 5 mil, because you want half the handle still to give strength when you're doing this. Now this is my repair solution, and I'm going to use the driver's handle because I've already taken it apart to show you this. There's a pin at the back there that needs to come out. So you've got the handle here, and this is the one I'm going to use today. And basically all you do is it goes in place here like so. I'm going to use the iron gun with a pointy tip like I have already on the driver's handle here to be able to put a screw in through there, plus the bend on the metal here. That's going to give it all the strength needed, plus the original handle, both of them together. That's going to give it a strong body there that the handle will never break in this section again. And this is the mount I'm going to use today to do the repair on the passenger handle. Now, the reason why I said it like that, this is the one I'm going to use today, is because you can see I didn't quite bend the angle enough, and if I was to straighten that out now and try and correct that, I'd weaken the material, the bracket, the mount that is. So I'm going to get a few of these made out of stainless steel to do the job properly, so I never have to worry about the steel rusting. And since I have time, I've got a new door handle on the way for the passenger side, and my other handles are okay. I'm going to replace this with a stainless material and see how this one here is flush properly. That's perfect like that, and that gives that the strength. You never have to worry about your door handle breaking again. If you wanted to go the extra mile, I don't want to, purely because it's too much mucking around. I don't have the tools to do it. But if you could bend the mount this way and then curve it around to keep it to the shape of the handle. I don't think it's going to really matter. Nobody's going to care. It's only to open the door to get in, and that's it, 2 seconds, so it's not that big a deal. Okay, so the resemblance between the Magna handle and the Tarago or Previa, now difference in size granted, they're both JDM, they both have the same design on this end here. Now if I could, you can see how they almost, the bolt holes line up with that there. Now unfortunately the Previa one ends here on the mechanism, and they've moved this part here to underneath the handle here. If they'd kept it like the Magna, the parts probably would have been swappable, interchangeable. So you can see for most of it, it's not far off, except for that last bit there being where it is. Now if you're a panel beater, this one being the passenger door, and that's the passenger door as well. You can see the mechanisms here, they operate the same. That pulls up. Actually, just give a look. That goes down, pulls down, pulls down. It's got the actuator switch on it, and this has an actuator on the inside of the car, on the mechanism itself. So you could use this handle if you're a panel beater. You've got yourself a couple of Magna doors, cut the handle piece out, put them onto the Tarago doors or Previa doors, and fitted these handles. You'd have a stronger handle that's going to last for years. I mean, if you've got the tools and you've got the know-how, then why not? So that's that out of the way. So now I'll just show you the driver's door handle back in with this mount. You can see I could probably go to 1.5mm thick material. This is 1.2mm steel. So it goes in like so, and there you go. It's not going to stop it. You know, there's play in between the mount and in there still. So this is going to work out perfectly fine. So I'll put that aside as well, because it's not the handle I'm working with. And I'll put this aside as well. That's the mount I'm going to use. This is what I'm going to send away. And this is the handle I'm going to fix. Okay, so first of all we need to get this handle piece out. Now we've got this. There's a little bit of a trick to this. It's this piece here. Push that up and swing that hook around. And there you go. I can get this pin here out. Have it, that handle comes out. I don't know if you can see there, there's some light on it. So it's all cracked around there, all the way around. It's the only part that's still holding is this point here. So I'm going to give this a good clean right now, and I'm actually going to put some iridite in there to feed into the crack first before I start putting the mount on. So using a clean surface, I'm going to mix some epoxy. I just need a clean surface so I can mix this epoxy up and get it onto the handle. And the handle you can sort of put on the, like you use whatever you need to, but this is just to hold it stable. I'm going to push this down a little bit, put some epoxy across there, and then just let it rest. So just let it self close so there's no stress on it from being force closed. And you know, we'll just keep on going. I just have to let that sit for the next 10 minutes before I can start working on the other part. Okay, so I got the iridite part done, the epoxy glue. Yo, freaking tag burn. So now I'm gonna with the iron, I'm gonna poke into there. The reason why I'm using an iron is because it's just trying to get a drill past this point here to hold it straight. I've already tried to do this and it wasn't going to work, you know, so an iron is easier. I'm not applying too much pressure, just let the iron sink into it there. That's enough. I'm just going to use one of these little guys. Fairly flat head on it, and I need to polish that off in a second. Hardened rather quick, I mean. Just want to get that bit of plastic that came out through the bit of plastic off, and we'll put this screw in now. There is epoxy between that and the handle. And perfect, that broke off. Shit happens. Sorry. Oh well, that's going to be it. I'm not going to go and try and drill that out. What a shame. All that bit of screw sticking out there will still do something for it. Just not going to be like I expected, but That's not needed anyway. Like this bottom part here is where it all is important. That's going to be, this was just an extra thing for extra strength. Okay, so I need to get some epoxy behind this part of the mount now and put some screws in there. Alright, so what I'm going to use is I'm going to use these old computer hard drive screws. The thread on them is 5mm, so they will work out good. With a strong thread, I'm going to push them in for iron. I'm not going to screw them in. I'm going to let the iron heat them up and just push into the plastic, and that should be all I need to do. With the handle, just to get a bit of gap between this mount and the handle there, so I can put some iridite in there. We call it, we've got iridite here. Other parts of the world, I think it's just called epoxy. Epoxy is a pain to work with at times because it gets into every little nook and cranny of something. In this case though, it's going to come in handy because I just let it work its way through for about 2 minutes there, and then I'll take that cable tie away that I'm using as a spacer and put it back on the clamp and ready to put those screws in. Alrighty, so turn the iron on, turn the iron right up, we need some heat here. That's got the iridite between the mount and the handle now. Okay, so we've got that one done. I've already done the top one there. So I'm ready to do the bottom one. So in a minute I am going to just tidy up any bits like that iridite there that come leaking out the side a little bit, and same on the other side, just a little bits come over. So I'm going to clean that up with a blade. Clean it all up, like everywhere there's a little bit of dirt, whatever, and then I'm going to give the handle a bit of a spray to get the areas that aren't shielded by the plastic iridite and iridite. So it should be hot enough now. So first I'll start this off with just heating the beginning up. Not too much, just about 3mm will be fine. Just guess that, 3mm. And now let the heat do the rest. That's it. Wait for that to cool down. Iron off. And we're done there. We just need to clean it up, give it a coat of paint, and we'll put it back together. That's an adhesive primer. That's for plastic. The other side was for that bit of metal. Okay, using our liquid chrome now. Alright, so that's all back together now. Not looking too bad. You wouldn't tell by looking at the van that, other than the colour, you wouldn't tell that it's been repaired. You can't see the cracks anymore from where it was starting to break. We've got the extra support now. that will hold that in place there, but that's okay. So now we'll put it back on the van and job's done. This would have only taken a fraction of the time if I didn't paint it. So just wanted to see what the handle would look like being chrome. Turned out to be not a bad looking grey. Alright, so that's the handle back on, job's finished. And should never break again. But tried to make it look like a chrome look, and even though the handle itself looks alright, it just doesn't suit red. So if I had chrome would look nice. I've got the chrome on the mirrors and chrome on the sliding door. If I could have chrome there as well, it would have been nice. For the sake of it, because that's just a demo handle I'm working on, I'll do a proper job with the other handle I'm going to replace it with. But you know what, I'm not normally a big fan of blending, but the handle being the same colour as the van doesn't look too bad. I quite like it. I'm looking at it on the camera at the same time, and the camera doesn't look as good as what I can see it in person. I don't know, I might stick with the red. I kind of like that. Alright guys, I'm going to finish off here. This video wasn't meant to be about what colour handle I'm going to use. It was about how to find a way to fix it so it never breaks again. I've covered that. Put that in there, so that's all done. Whether I change the handle black or whatever, it's just later on. But yeah, thanks for watching guys.